that today marks this passing of this milestone, the longest reigning monarch in British history. There are good crowds here, not huge crowds here, because this moment is being marked in a fairly low-key way, in line with the Queen's wishes. She evidently feels it's rather undignified to be seen to be celebrating the passing of a record set by her own great-great-grandmother, hence the request not to make a fuss. But there is no escaping the simple fact that today the reign of Elizabeth II exceeds that of Queen Victoria. And, true to form, the Queen was doing what was expected of her, breaking her Balmoral holiday to open a new railway line in the Scottish borders. At Edinburgh's Waverley station, she boarded a steam train, the Union of South Africa, specially brought in for the occasion. In a cloud of steam and smoke, it set off for the 40-mile journey along what is the longest new stretch of railway built in the United Kingdom for 100 years. And during the journey, perhaps even a monarch who dislikes a fuss may have reflected a little on a record-breaking reign. The Queen disembarked to greet people. Such a simple thing, really, timeless in a sense, but part of the backdrop that for most people in this country has always been a part of their lives. And live, once again now here at Tweedbank, the Queen has disembarked from her train and is just making her way along the platform there, accompanied by the Lord Lieutenant of these counties, meeting a few of the dignitaries and some of the people who've perhaps been involved in the construction of this railway line. And she's also, of course, accompanied by the First Minister of Scotland, Nicola Sturgeon. There she is, just behind the Lord Lieutenant, and, of course, by the Duke of Edinburgh, who I see is taking rather an interest in the locomotive itself. And let's not forget that, of course, alongside this record-breaking reign of the Queen, the person who has been alongside her almost literally every step of the way has been the Duke of Edinburgh, and a huge contribution he has made to the success of this reign. So in the next few minutes we will hear a speech here from the First Minister of Scotland and a speech by the Queen. Most of that, of course, will be about the opening of the Scottish Borders Railway, which ostensibly this whole event is for. But towards the end of her speech, we think the Queen will make some allusion to the fact that today she becomes Britain's longest reigning monarch.